Going live. Hey, we're live.
Yay!
And Louise is joining us.
Hello. Oh,
Thank you for.
Whoa!
Oh my God! I almost did. On my copper pants. Can you smell them? They're.
No.
I mean, you didn't have to. I was asking if you could tell.
No, they're good.
Let's get the chat going here. Thank you for joining us.
Of course.
I've wanted Louise to join us for a long time. She's finally here. Look at all the people who are not first. Doesn't that make it upsetting? Can you even pronounce these names? Mac guy, I know that one. Alexandria, Branson, the true Mexican. There they are. Well, thanks for joining today. We've got a couple things in the news we can talk about, but first, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. I am working on the review of the new well, that I'm spoiled. There's a tech video going to be up just after this live stream, but we'll be getting into questions soon. Holy cow, 87 people have nothing better to do. It's getting hot in here. I hope those coolers work.
It is really hot.
Yeah, we have to turn off the fan for audio reasons, but thank you for bringing me this Gatorade.
Of course.
It's delicious.
Hopefully it'll keep you cool.
If you want some, let me know, because you did bring some. You did bring it. That's to be fair. Okay.
Punch.
Cutest couple there. Good to see you and your beautiful girlfriend together.
We're
Thank
the only
you so
couple
much.
here, so.
Yeah. So we're also the cutest and also the least cutest.
We're both at the same time.
We're both worst.
Right.
First and last. Like if there was one comment on a live stream, they were first. Anyway.
Think about it. Mind games.
If you don't want, we are leaving. iPhone SE. Have you pinned us on your wall yet? Oh, Bouncer YT. We have the super chatters for where did I put it?
Oh, you lost it.
Oh, that's just on the ground. For the people who super chat on Tailosive Talks anyway, we keep a list of you. You are remembered. So there's George Grzinski, Bouncer YT obviously, who asked, Timmy Martinez, but the sticky note has lost its stickiness. So I need like a tack or something.
Yeah.
But anyway, before anyone super chats an actual question, which we will accept super chats as like the discussion topic. It's any amount, which I guess the minimum is like $2 or something.
Yeah.
But when you donate that amount, you can decide the topic, you can ask the question. But before we get that going, there's already an iPhone 9 rumor.
Too early.
16 months ahead of its actual release. We don't even know if it comes out in September of 2018. But it's just frustrating to me that I even joked about that. I even joked like when the iPhone 8 hype train was starting, and it was starting like months before the iPhone 7 came out.
Yeah.
I was like, guys, every phone, if you wait a year, is going to be better than the last one.
That's just how it works.
Technology
Things
gets
get
better.
faster.
Every time. But now, we didn't even talk about the iPhone 8 this early when the iPhone 7 was going on. So, and that's the big problem I think tech is facing right now is we're running out of functional reasons to upgrade. Like, Louise, you have an iPhone 6 right now. Does that work?
Perfectly fine.
But you don't have a dual camera.
I don't care.
You don't have stereo speakers.
I don't care.
There you go. They're running out of like functional things that people absolutely need to have. But you do like your Apple Watch. That was kind of new.
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very helpful for notifications.
And you've been taking that activity challenge thing really seriously.
Yeah, so I've been trying to close my rings every day. And so far I'm up to 14 days.
You're beating me. You're doing a much better job than I am at closing those rings.
But I did challenge you next month.
Yes.
We're going to make June the perfect month.
We're going to close every single ring, stand, exercise, and move.
Every day. That's hard.
That is hard.
Like even 1 week was hard. So
yeah, I rarely do 1 week, so that is going to be a challenge. Is there questions you wanted to get to?
Omar Sharif says, do you see a new iPod coming out?
iPod?
I guess, yes.
With an O?
Yes,
I
with an
doubt.
O.
Okay, because the iPad, that's different. But I don't see a new iPod coming out. I think we've delayed those long enough. And I even, because I get that question all the time about the iPod Touch being discontinued, or I want a new designed iPod Nano 7th gen to have this, and this, and that's cool and all, but there's no way they can make an iOS device that is better than an iPhone at anything, because that would butcher sales.
Yeah.
As in, so if they are going to continue the iPod Touch lineup, that means no matter what they unveil, it has to be worse than the current iPhone.
Yeah.
Which kind of means that to continue the lineup means to always have an inferior
product
iOS device compared to the iPhone. So it's like, where are we going with this? We're not going to get something that's as good as an iPhone, and you're never going to get cell data on it.
Yeah.
It will always be a Wi-Fi only device, which honestly, come on. A Wi-Fi only device is very limiting now. Especially if it's not a phone. So there's not really a reason to continue the iPod. So that's why they're not upgrading it very much. So don't count on it.
Okay, the True Mexican says, is Apple going to become an independent country?
Yes. Just the Apple Park. Just the headquarters
they'll
of the
be like
building.
the Vatican City with like
they're going to
1,000
separate.
people.
They're going to patent their own laws so that they can like, I don't know, do things that they're not allowed to do right now.
They'd have to like secede from the U.S.
Yeah, they could do like more data mining in their own country. They could make up their own currency with Apple Pay. Because with iOS 11, with iOS 11, we think we're gonna have payments. You could like text people
nice.
money.
That'd be really nice.
You can do that with Facebook Messenger, and I like that, but not messages.
Yeah.
I guess I
do you
could
see
just.
Questions
I could use. Okay.
Take your cup.
I want to get a new iPad, and I think it is enough for students. Many of my friends use iPad Air 2 as laptops. Subs? You broke into a subscriber rant. The iPads, I think, are good for students. A lot of people assume that because you're going to college, you need to get a laptop. Did you ever feel that?
No, that's not true.
Well, it's not true, but do you ever feel like you had to when you went
No, I mean...
Because we met in college.
Our school had computers, so...
Exactly.
Wasn't really necessary at all.
There were just like people, because we were in College Connections together, which just means that you spend your senior year of high school at a community college, which is a good program. But even though I didn't like it, but it was better than high school. I'll give it that. But there were people in that class who were like, "I'm in college now. I have to get a laptop," and because everyone in a coffee shop has that little logo, they have to buy the MacBook Pro.
Yeah, it's just for coolness. It's not really like.
Definitely a status symbol.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyone who has like a Dell or an HP.
They're looked down.
Losers.
Right.
I don't mean that. I'm speaking from...
Yes, you did. It's okay. You can offend them. No, it's fine. Definitely not everyone had one, but there were just... Speaking as an Apple sheep, I was telling people in my class, you do not need to spend $1,300 on a laptop. They did. Mm-hmm. And they usually spent it right before the new one came out. And that's what would frustrate me even further. I was like, hey, look, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, that's weird. I'd wait until the new one came out and buy that one.
So, we didn't talk about the incentives today for Super Chatters.
Oh, what are the incentives?
You might not like all of them.
Well, what's new?
This is a big one. But it would be extremely uncomfortable for me, and you guys would probably enjoy it. This is Gatorade in here. I don't know how to prove it to you. The cup is red. But there's Gatorade in there. I will pour that on my head. I do a lot of the pouring things. They tend to work.
Pouring things on his head.
Someone donates. Big one. No, you guys hit the last one way too easy.
Yeah.
50, because I don't want this to happen.
$50 altogether?
No, one person.
Okay, one person.
$2 in the super chat. You can just decide what we're going to talk about. But so that's the expensive one. A cheaper one would be $20.
Okay.
I'll cut my hair.
You'll cut your own hair.
No, not myself. I will get a haircut. And we could live stream it on the Talks channel if you want.
Okay. Like today?
Sure.
Ooh.
If someone donates that
He needs a haircut, guys, so please donate.
You're encouraging
for a
them,
good cause. But don't donate $50 because that's a waste of Gatorade.
Live Louise, Jordan's saying.
Live Louise?
It's like...
Oh, Scott.
Oh, hey, Scott. If you could have any car you want that's not a Tesla or Apple car, what car would you want? That's a good one. Because that's a tough one.
I would want that hamburger car in SpongeBob when they trek to Shell City.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. But, like, what kind of mileage you get on that thing?
5 knots an hour. I don't know what it is.
It's like a V6.
I don't know what that means. V6.
I don't either. That's just car talk. I'm a tech
He's
guy. We don't talk
pretending
about
he
cars.
knows.
Yeah. I think
Chevy?
Chevrolet made those burger cars in SpongeBob.
I'm talking about the cartoon.
I know. I'm joking.
Okay.
It doesn't make any sense.
What car would you have? If
that's a tough a Hyundai. No.
Hyundai's nice.
I've seen nice cars. I'm trying to remember the names. Oh, for those just coming in, she's my girlfriend. Her name is Louise.
I am his girlfriend.
She's awesome.
Thank you. So are you?
That's not true. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously the two best cars in the world, one that doesn't exist, is the Apple car, which because it'll just be a Tesla, exactly a Tesla, and then okay, there's another smart car company. What is it? Faraday Future. That's what it's called. They're trying to compete with Tesla, but
are they the ones who just do the concepts but not actually?
Right. They've done a lot of concepts, and they're like, look, it's faster than a Tesla. It can accelerate.
But it doesn't exist.
But we can't buy it. So, yeah. I mean, they make them, like they take them to shows,
like prototypes. Or?
Right, and you can go visit those shows and ride in the car with them, and they'll show you like, look, it's faster than a Tesla.
Yeah.
It can turn better. It can drive itself. They show off all those things, but
they can't mass produce it.
Right. If you can't mass produce it, it's all.
If no one can buy it.
At the end of the day, what does it matter if you can't sell it?
Exactly.
So, I would say one of those things, whatever they're called. Faraday Future. There's your answer. We got another super chat. Hernan Hernandez says, thank you for your donation. Which Android phone would you use if it were to have iOS?
Ooh.
I guess that question could also just be, which Android phone would you use?
Yeah.
Well, I want to say the Galaxy S8 because...
It's a nice phone.
Yeah?
Not gonna lie.
Really?
It's
like it is waterproof, and I really like that.
Yeah.
If you're subscribed to Tailosive Talks and you watched the most recent vlog, we can like jump in the pool and record with it. That footage looks great too.
Yeah.
Like it focuses on every bubble and stuff.
Doesn't it like stop sometimes though? Like if the water.
That's I think something Apple does way better than Samsung is because I wear my watch in the shower because I'm not gonna lose a single calorie.
Oh my gosh.
When I'm in the shower and I'm interacting with the watch, it does a pretty good job at understanding where my finger is. It's like when I'm tapping around on there, it's like...
Well, maybe it's easier because it's a smaller screen.
That could be it, yeah. But like when a Galaxy is underwater, and I don't know because I've never tried to use an iPhone underwater. I don't think we're there yet. Even though the iPhone 7 supposedly would be okay, just the fact that it's not complete waterproof, I'm not gonna try.
Yeah.
But
just wait for the next one.
It's supposed to have upgraded on the 8, so that's when I'll do it. But the Samsung, like you could be recording, and when you take it underwater, the water sets off the screen.
Yeah.
And opens random apps and.
It's fickle.
Text your boss that you hate him. Yeah, it would just randomly write stuff.
Any other questions?
So I guess Galaxy S8 would be my answer. But I'm wondering how they would handle the home button thing. Well, I guess that's the impossible thing, is if it ran iOS, it wouldn't have 3D touch because the hardware isn't there to support it. But whatever operating system tweaks they're designing for the 8 to have an on-screen home button, put that on the Galaxy, and then you're good. Someone can force their phone to do that, then great, I'll try it. The Galaxy S8 was speed tested to the iPhone 6s on Phone Buff, and iPhone is faster. That is the true value of hardware, software being made by the same company. Is they know what they're working with, whereas Android works on 1,000 different phones, which means it's never perfected. So, yeah, that's why you get like the 6s, which is almost coming up on 2 years old, can outperform a couple-month-old Android phone.
It's impressive.
So you can't deny the value of Apple. Because there's not a lot of other tech companies, I think, that design the software and hardware inside and out. I guess Windows.
I don't know.
Have you ever met someone with a Windows phone?
No. I didn't know they made phones.
They do. They're less than 1% of the market.
Ooh.
And they're not very good, so I think that's why they...
Understandable.
Yeah. Yes, this is my girlfriend. They keep asking that. It's probably hard to believe, hun, because you're so beautiful. They're like, That? You're okay with you're okay with dating him?
I'm the lucky one in this relationship.
Is Phone Buff's speed test legit because other speed tests are not like that? They are, because they're in my favor and I'm biased. From an Apple perspective, how can Google fix its fragmentation when it comes to updating all of its Android phones? It's almost impossible to fix. So, okay, what he's asking is, it takes like months and years for Android phones to get a software update, because the software has to be.
Or what?
Well, all updates are optional, but like on Android, since there's so many different hardware developers, you can't just send out Android Nougat to everyone at the same time, because it may be ready on this phone, but not this phone.
Okay.
And the reason that can almost never be fixed is because operating systems work so differently from phone to phone that there's no way you could have every single hardware developer have the same template phone that you could update all of them. And the other reason Android users don't update is just because they don't care. There's so many Android tweaks and little, customizations you can do on every Android phone, that the idea of upgrading the phone software,
Pointless.
It doesn't change much, because you can change so much of the phone yourself. And that's why, Wyatt has an Android phone. I had to show him how to software update. He didn't know what that was. Like,
Poor
are you
Wyatt.
running Marshmallow? He's like, no. Okay, let's get the Marshmallow. And then we installed it, and he's like, it looks the same. It's like barely anything changed, even though it took like a year before his phone was ready. So that's why Android has that big problem. What do you think of the new Surface Pro? Asks Jose Pena. Well, so there was a new Surface Pro this morning.
Okay.
It looks exactly the same, but it's not like a full refresh. It's not like a Pro 5 or whatever. They just upgraded the specs, which doesn't change my opinion on it. I actually didn't look too much into it. I thought about doing a video on it, but then I decided it doesn't have USB-C.
Boo.
So we're already on a no-go. Specs are better, that's great, but like, did the price get an increase too? Even if it's the same price, I don't care. It's not that exciting. It's still running Windows 10. Oh, unless they put Windows 10 S. You know what the S stands for?
Special?
It's a 4-letter word.
Suck.
What's your girlfriend's name? Louise. They just have a lot of you questions. You're the center of the
There's
attention.
an E at the end.
Tailosive Louise. That'll be the new channel.
Tailosive Louise.
Anyway. Yeah, Surface Pro has the old USB ports because Microsoft hates the future. What bothers you the most about Android? This would be a good question for both of us. Have you ever used an Android phone?
Yeah, I did. My first smartphone was an Android.
What kind was it? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Was
I
it
was
like-
in 8th grade. It
Oh,
was just
okay.
like...
Was it like a
the cheapest
Samsung
one.
or
No, it was like a really...
Zen phone?
Probably a Chinese something.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
And you don't like that?
I
You
thought
remember not liking it, or was it satisfactory?
I didn't really need to do anything special on it. I just used it for like YouTube and texting.
And it works?
Yeah, it's fine.
So what brought you, I hope it wasn't just me, what made you want to
Just
switch
you.
to the iPhone?
I don't
We'll
know.
get into my question.
I think it was the coolness factor. I wanted to be part of that in crowd.
You're in with the...
Yeah,
with
but
the cool
the first
kids in
iPhone
Drew.
I had was the iPhone 4, which I bought from my friend for $30.
Yeah,
So I was like, eh.
This guy?
Yeah, not this one specifically.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's a lot of people start. You started earlier than I did. This was my first iPhone. I started with the 5.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was the coolest thing. It was my freshman year of high school. I never owned a cell phone, and it was like the first time they made the screen taller.
Yeah.
And like I pulled it out at school, and all the cool kids were like, "Wow, look at your phone!" It was, everyone was cool.
Very
But
impressive.
the thing that bothers me about Android is the lack of perfection. I would say
Yeah.
is that Android always asks the question, "Is it possible?" And if it is, give users the option to make it how they want.
Mhm.
Where Apple's always about,
Making it easier for the user.
right, should we do this? You know, we could add all these infinite options, but will it make the operating system more confusing for users? And if
Yeah.
so, then maybe this isn't worth it.
Yeah, I think it's really on personal preference. Like, I like it to just be easy and seamless.
You want the
which
phone to
Apple's
work for you.
really good at. Yeah.
Yeah. I got the mug from Apple headquarters. Talk about Jailbreak, please. Well, I don't like Jailbreak, but for $50 in Super Chat, and I understand that's a lot. I'm okay with that because I don't want to do it. I'll jailbreak my iPhone. There you go.
What does that mean?
So
Turn
some
it
people,
into an Android?
no, well, no, I don't think that's what jailbreak means. But you can, through some certain complicated process using a Mac and some other software you can download online, you can tinker with the iOS operating system to make it more like Android or just more customizable. You can just change lots of things that Apple doesn't want you to change. And I don't like straying from the pure...
You're a true Apple fanboy.
The master OS.
Yeah, the master
yeah.
OS. Okay.
That sounds a little weird, but yeah. I was an Android user for years. 2017, I purchased my first iPhone 7 Plus. I love it. Took some time to change my mind to do it. Didn't like it at first, but I got used to it. It's good. But, actually, it's not the first comment I've seen either of people saying, like, I didn't want an iPhone, but then when I got it, I switched. There's a fewer number of people I've met who have had an Android, got an iPhone, and then
went back to Android.
Didn't like it and went back to Android. I'm sure that happens. You know, I'm sure there's at least 10 of you in the chat right now watching this that would say they tried it and hated it and went back. But I feel like a lot of Android fans that I know especially love it because it's not an iPhone. They like to be the nonconformist. They like to be different from everyone else. But it's like, okay, but you're going to be green in my Messages app. Just saying. That makes it more awkward to message you. So I don't hate you if you use Android. That's not what I'm trying to say. And probably a lot of people get that impression for me. But I just think there's a better alternative. And that's basically what the whole channel's about, is trying to articulate to people why that's better. Anyway. Yeah, green in Messages does look ugly. That's the primary reason. Even though the app itself is green.
Yeah.
Doesn't that ever confuse you? The fact that, like, all the messages within iMessage are blue, except for the SMS people, but the Messages app itself is green.
I thought you were the green one. If you text someone who has an Android, they're not the ones who are green, right?
No, they're green on your phone.
Let me get my phone. I'm getting
well, you kind of have a different plan, too, because you don't have data.
See, like, when you send a text, you're the green one, even though they're the...
Oh, I see what you're saying. But still, that's only for SMS, right?
Yeah. I think you're just picky.
I am picky. I'm very picky. You know, people also forgot tweaks on iOS jailbreaks exist years before Android implemented. I did forget that. Or no, I didn't forget it because I didn't know it ever happened. But no, I've known jailbreaks been a thing for a very long time. Long before this channel existed, jailbreaks been a thing. But I guess we're not that old. Mr. Bidwell says probably because Messages originally launched with only SMS. Yeah, but like we've had updates. Can't we just change the Apple Music logo changes every 10 seconds? Like every year they change the Apple Music layout.
Does that annoy you?
Well, I like the way it is now, but I also like the way it was. But I prefer this one. So like I guess it's fine that they keep changing it because they're making it better, but it's just kind of funny that we can't settle and be like, we did it! All done!
Yeah.
We have completed the music layout! And then every year they're like, oh, what if we did this? Well, what if we did this? I just want dark mode. Like,
dark mode would be nice. There is an option for, like, you can invert your colors. Is that what you want?
I know what you're talking about, but no, that's the colors get mixed.
It's exactly the opposite.
Right.
So
but
like,
that doesn't always look right.
Yeah, like if you look through your pictures,
right,
it's like really creepy.
And your album art for all your music's gonna look wrong. So that's kind of what dark mode is, but dark mode isn't really for the color impaired. It's for the... It'd just be easier on your eyes, and it'd look different. It'd be refreshing to know that, like, your entire... Because I don't want, like, the software layout of iOS to change very much. I like the way notifications look. I like the way the app layout is. I like Control Center and notifications. Like, all that is great. I don't want them to mess with that because it's like the same on everything. It looks the same on a Mac, as a watch, as a phone.
Yeah.
Everything looks the same. All I need is like different versions of what we already have, which is what dark mode would be. It's just like, let's just add a new layer of color to the whole OS. That way everything can still look the same, but it's not necessarily...
yeah, I'd like dark mode. Seems like a cool idea.
It's also nice when you're like texting in the theater or whatever, or just at night.
I'm not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah, but no one would know.
Rule breaker.
If it was dark.
True.
Did the girlfriend get a new haircut?
I did not. I have not cut my hair for like 5 months.
Thank you for not doing that. It's beautiful. Don't cut it.
Okay.
What do you do with your iPhone when you get a new one? Trade in, sell on eBay, keep it? I've done a couple things. I've actually done 2 of those things. When I was trading my iPhone 5 for an iPhone 6 Plus, that was my next phone after the 5, Verizon was like, hey, if you send it back to us, we'll give you a big like discount on the 6 Plus. So I was like, oh, okay, and they sent me the box, but there was no return label.
Uh-oh.
So I contacted them and said, hey, I can't ship it back to you, there's no label. And they were like, it should be in there. And I'm like, yeah,
But
I know,
it's not.
but it's not. So then they said, okay, and they sent me another shipping label.
Okay.
This time I had it. So I went, okay, and then I put the label on there, put the iPhone, reset it and everything, cleaned it up, real pristine, and then mailed it back to them, and they said, you didn't send it back in time. They're like, you're not within the return period, which was like 2 weeks. But
So
it took them,
They
just took the phone.
They didn't
give me the discount.
Oh,
which
my
is
heart.
so terrible. And I was
just
like,
kept the phone.
I
if
was
I know.
so mad after that. And I was like,
Yeah.
okay, you know what? I'm never going to be turning like my old phone back to Verizon or Apple again.
Yeah.
Like, because I don't want to get tricked out like that,
Yeah.
where they're like, send it back.
Just keep the
Okay. No, we're going to keep this. Can I get my discount? No, you were late. But you got it.
phone. Yeah.
Does it matter? No, it's too late. So it's just sitting out there somewhere, or some other
They resold it.
some other fool is using it.
Yeah. And then they're gonna do the same trick on that guy.
they probably dropped it. Whoever has it now,
Dropped it. What do you mean?
whoever they sold it to, doesn't want to spend a lot on phones.
Oh.
Probably because he breaks them, or she, and has my iPhone and dropped it, even though I never dropped it. So then with the 6 Plus, I kept it around because I wanted to have an extra phone for like hotspot use and like AirDrop and having 2 cameras. But then Emily's phone, my sister, stopped working very well, so she needed a new one.
Well, it came in handy then.
Yeah, and then she dropped it and broke the screen on it. But luckily, she fixed it. So, yes.
That's what's important.
Are you a real ginger? Yes. Yeah, I kept it. So I still have access to my 6 Plus. It's just Emily's the owner of it now. She didn't buy it from me, so I still technically think it's mine. I'm just saying, I'm letting you use it. But I was not excited that she dropped it. Hi from Spain.
Hello.
So,
Hola.
Mac Daddy says you're the Apple Queen.
Oh gosh. Why am I with you?
The queen with the sheep.
What's the female version of a sheep? Ewe?
An ewe. The Apple ewe.
Please don't call me that.
Okay. Don't call her the Apple ewe.
Or
How about
you can. That's fine.
if someone donates $10 in Super Chat, I have to call you the Apple ewe for the rest of the day.
No.
That'd be
You
terrible.
guys better not donate.
I'll do it. Why is it only 480p? Well, because that's what Verizon lets us stream at. We have terrible internet out here. It's very limited for what we can do. You are not my mom, right?
No? What?
Yeah, look at the skin difference. Like,
Did someone ask if
we're
I
not
was your
blood
mom?
related. Yeah. They're like, your mom is cute. I'm like,
I gave birth to this child.
nice.
Sorry,
That'd be
that's
crazy.
true.
You are older.
Yes, by over a year, guys.
Just a tad, though. We're so close birthday-wise.
Yeah. His birthday is on the 17th.
February 17th, and yours is the 6th.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought you were going to get it.
Yeah, I remember. No, we spent it together in Florida. Remember that vlog?
Florida. What? Yes, I remember the vlog.
That was
The
fun.
vlogs.
Florida was fun. I kind of wish I could go back.
Someday.
Yeah. The
My dad
beach.
still has his house there, so.
Yeah. Hello from India.
India.
So many people. Sweden. It is Surface Pro 5, and the biggest change is the redesigned hinge that goes nearly flat. Thank you, Callan.
Jess Boogie 21. I am not Hawaiian, but I'll let you guess something else.
Can someone...
What?
Is that a new game we could play?
Okay.
Guess where you're from.
I'm not like a purebred. I'm a mutt.
You're a mutt.
A combination of two.
Mm-hmm. Your mother and your father.
Well, duh.
I win. I get it. Okay. Are you Hispanic?
No.
Are you from Kansas?
Kansas? What makes you think I'm from Kansas?
Are you Greek?
No, I'm
Are you
not
from...
Greek.
Are you a native to America?
A Native American? No.
Mm-mm.
But I
Are
was
you-
born in America, if that counts.
Scotland?
Scotland? No.
Puerto Rico?
No, but I've been to Puerto Rico, and it's beautiful.
You've been across the entire planet.
Yes, I have.
Several times. You've made a
Yes.
complete loop. Germany?
I'm not German.
Not German.
I don't know what that was.
You lived there for a long... You lived in Australia for a while.
Not
So-
really, like 2 months.
I know, but
altogether.
you got enough to get the accent. You break into it occasionally.
Just
that's
for
a good
him.
one. $10 and you have to speak in an
No.
Australian accent for the rest of the stream.
No.
Do it.
No.
You're already doing it.
I'm not. I'm not.
No. You gotta round those O's. Are you from Iran?
No.
Are you
But
from...
I ran so far away from it. I'm not European.
Philip says, hi, I'm in Ukraine and I've got $1,000 and a medical student. Is it advisable... I hope you don't actually have a medical student.
No.
And he is one.
He is, yeah.
And I've $1,000 and a medical student. Is it advisable to get a 12.9-inch iPad Pro or a 13-inch MacBook Air? Currently using a 2009 MacBook Pro. Ooh.
I would not get the Air.
I wouldn't get the iPad Pro right now either. Wait for the keynote. Because there's supposed to be new MacBooks, new iPads at this keynote. It's going to be a big keynote.
Yeah.
There's a lot coming out. And once the new stuff is out, then you can experiment with what's the better buy. But I'm going to personally tell you, I think you should go with the iPad as a medical student. Because these are great for note-taking. If you want to do the Apple Pencil route, you can write a lot more precise notes with a pencil opposed to just typing. But also, if you want to type, you have the Smart Keyboard, or you can pair any Bluetooth keyboard to this. So it's like, it's a laptop, but you also get the notes on it.
Yeah.
How do you donate
Just
money?
wait a few weeks.
Super Chat. You need a desktop. Or you can go to Safari's version of YouTube on your phone or iPad.
Hey, could
Just-
you switch spots?
Yeah.
My neck is sore from looking at you this way, so I just gotta even it out.
You don't have to look at me, but I appreciate it.
But I want to.
Oh, thank you.
And they all want to.
Your girlfriend looks Indian?
I am not Indian.
Today's tech is at school.
What?
Congratulations! Anyway.
Today's tech is at school. What does that mean? He's watching it at school?
Yeah, it just says, I'm at school. Are you from
Oh,
school?
his name is Today's Tech.
Are you from school, Louise?
Is it? I'm not.
You weren't born there.
No.
It's funny because people are guessing correctly and I'm just not
You're
it.
skipping.
I'm not reading.
Why? If they're guessing correctly.
Are you from Indonesia?
No.
Wow. Israel.
Nope.
What city are you guys in? Orville, California. Area code
no.
95.
Now they know where we are.
Someone's gonna appear on the live stream. Just
I see one of
crawling
your
up
fans
the window.
outside.
I wonder if you read these, because you read the tech comments sometimes.
Yeah.
And sometimes you observe the subscribers count and like the number of views my videos get more than I do. Because you tell me like, hey, we got like 1,000 in a week, and you said no, 3 days. It's like, oh, we did, and then yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, I just like to keep track of it. Right now, you're 3 days in for.
3 days into 24,000.
Yeah. So if you get it by tomorrow, then I'll take in 4 days to get another 1,000.
Probably won't get it by tomorrow, but
Yeah.
we're at 24,500, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll probably lose a bunch when I upload this next video, because I'm reviewing a bag with a very stupid name, and I think just the stupidity of the name.
Yeah. Actually, no, you'll get more subscribers. 'Cause
Really?
They're funny.
Good. I hope so. Andrew, you do not matter as long as your girlfriend is here. Absolutely. Oh.
How dare you?
Sorry, it's kind of funny. But
No. If it's not true.
they want you to have a YouTube channel. And I do too. I would watch the crap out of that.
Oh, I'm on a channel right now.
Okay, that's fine. It's yours. Louise. We could mix them.
Tailosive.
Yeah, just kind of merge the words
No.
there. Davin says Asian.
You're half right.
Ooh.
Kind of.
Malaysia?
Nope. We can move on to something else. We're getting the tech questions.
They're really interested in that. No one's donated in Super Chat, so I don't have to answer. Whatever. Tail plus explosive. Do we know the exact date and time for the keynote? Yes, Penguin. It is going to be June 5th at 10 a.m. and I will be live streaming my reaction to it. So you guys can watch me watch it live. Or you could just watch the actual keynote. You don't have to watch me. I wouldn't blame you.
Are you going to do another live stream after? Like,
Yeah,
just
like
some of your thoughts?
the stream will just keep going.
Okay.
So like I'll watch the stream and then when it's over, I'll just keep talking about it and be like, this was disappointing. This is kind of cool. But I'll probably not... I'm not that excited for the new iPad Pro because there were some leaks for it.
Mm-hmm.
People were saying that they were going to remove the home button on it, so it'd be like the iPhone 8, and that's when I got all crazy with my concept art.
Yeah.
That's not happening. They're keeping the
Sadness.
home button on there, and I've been thinking about it because I know I want to review Apple products for everyone, especially the new ones, because there's thousands of people who count on my opinion of them to see whether or not they're worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if the 10.5-inch iPad Pro, just the newly designed one, doesn't have some secret surprise we haven't discovered yet, like I need one more extra thing for it to be worth it, or else I'm not really interested in buying it. Like maybe a taptic engine, so we could have 3D touch, and then the home button wouldn't be an actual click.
Yeah.
Or even something simple like a matte black option, so it would match my iPad. Like that would look dope.
Yeah, you really like your ecosystem.
I love
to
the
match.
ecosystem to match, and that I would love that. But if it's just the same old space gray, rose gold, and those are our options. And the only difference is this iPad has slightly thinner bezels, and it's faster. It's not a major... I need, like, one more thing.
Yeah.
I just need them to be talking about how great it is and then mention, and it does this.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be like, okay, then I'll review it. But,
Yeah.
like a new Apple Pencil, a black one,
Ooh.
to match my black pods. Oh, they don't know about that. Forget I said it. Anyway, I would never downgrade to 10.5. Well, I would be okay with it because there have been several times more recently, ever since I've been thinking about that new iPad, where I'm like, this is too bulky to carry around. Like, it barely fits in the Satchel Pro, that's its name, and there's plenty of times where I wish I could just type with one hand a bit more, and it is a little redundant to have the MacBook and the iPad, given both of them are like nearly the same size screen resolution, so it would kind of make sense to have a tablet that's not quite the regular Pro, like the 9.7, but just a tad bit bigger. So I might have room for it. It might work.
Yeah.
Filipino?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of them. My mom is Filipino.
And your dad?
They have to guess.
Oh, you have to guess where her dad's from now.
It doesn't matter, really.
Salvadorian.
No.
If you were an Android user, what phone would you use today? Galaxy S8. It's a great phone. In many ways, it's better than an iPhone. Is she holding the iPad Pro 9.7 or 12.9? She's holding nothing. But I'm holding the I'm holding the 12.9, but I might be ready for a little bit smaller display. Just so it's a bit more portable.
Mm-hmm.
Is your dad American?
No.
No.
Well, actually,
He's been all over the
kind
place.
of. He has a U.S. passport. Maybe I shouldn't be saying
But he
this.
wasn't. His address is. You should ask him. His
Yeah.
address is. What? Yeah. Which degree do you have?
Nothing.
But you're working
the
in.
degree of life.
You just got. We need to congratulate her because you just got hired.
Yeah, I'm working for Lulu's.
Which is a
It's an online shopping boutique. I don't know. They
That's
sell
brilliant.
clothes and shoes.
And do you
stuff.
get a discount?
Yeah, I get 30% off.
That's
which is
dope.
pretty cool.
Yeah, we could
But-
review it. Lulu's review as an employee. Insider take. I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure that's illegal.
Yeah.
Like film while you're working.
But it's not like a store. You walk in and shop, right? It's
no,
not.
we don't have any retail locations.
Mm.
It's all like a warehouse and the headquarters. Like we don't sell it straight to people. Like
Mhm.
people order online and then we ship it to them.
Right.
But-
So you'll be what will you mostly be doing there? Just like packaging stuff?
Yeah, I think. I mean, I'm part of the fulfillment team. I'm not really sure what that entails yet,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm gonna learn more about all that training stuff this Thursday.
Well,
So
cool.
I'll let you know how it goes.
Cool.
Yeah.
And it's above minimum wage pay.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Good.
tell you guys how much.
Yeah, that's fine. $30 a second. I didn't get that much. I wasn't quite to minimum wage yet.
Yeah. But it's
So.
okay. You're making more here, I think.
At this joke of a job. Alexander Morgan says, "With love from Sweden, you are the king." Thank you very much.
You
And
are the king.
if someone in the chat could translate that to US dollars, that would be helpful. Because I'm not sure how much.
Sec. I don't know. Sec.
Because if it is within the limit of whatever,
Mhm. I think that's probably like $5. Maybe.
you
I
heard
don't know.
Asawa says that's about $5. So
Oh,
thank
I
you.
was right.
Good
Yeah.
guess. You could go to Sweden, huh? You're like, hey, your change will be this, and you'd be like, I know. You'd be so slick.
Wink at the guy.
Goth Kazoo says the iPhone 8 sensors under the Edge display. Thoughts? I thought about it. There. No, okay. No, you get more than that. The iPhone Sense, I obviously want, so what he's talking about is they've got the iris scanner now. They're going to have a front-facing camera that's 3D. So it needs two sensors.
Okay.
There's the IR sensor, and then of course there's just the actual camera. So there's a ton more stuff on the front now, and they think they've passed a patent so that they could put all of those sensors underneath the screen, and you wouldn't see any of the dots. So the display could go right to the edge.
Very nice.
So obviously, please, I would love that. And I still can't wrap my brain around a invisible camera. Like a camera that's hidden behind a display. I don't understand how that's possible. It's like you're projecting light, but you're transparent from the back? How is that possible?
I have no clue.
But if they
that
figured
sounds
it
kinda
out,
creepy though, like an invisible camera.
what if there's more than that? Yeah, they put cameras on the back too. Is your dad German?
No, he is not. German.
Okay.
But I love Germany.
You've been there several times, haven't you?
Yeah, my best friend lives there.
You're quite the traveler.
In Bavaria.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, to answer your question, we want that if it's possible. If not, darn. Anyway. Oh, JH is from Germany.
Cool. Are you northern or southern?
She just sent a check mark.
Check mark. Okay.
Just Boogie says hi from Oroville.
Ooh.
Oh no!
Creepy.
Don't have fans here. No, it's gonna be weird because like if the channel continues to grow the way it is, I'd like to have a studio, like a place, and if we actually have like an actual location, and people know we're live streaming, and they like go outside the windows and be like,
It'd be like Good Morning America, and there's people
yeah,
in the
with the
background
signs
moving
outside.
signs.
But then they're gonna put stuff I'm not gonna like.
Oh.
Like Android
Maybe
is great.
like, you should keep the location like top secret.
I love the Google Pixel. You know, on the side. We could disguise it as a different place.
Yeah. A Samsung store.
Ericsson, Smith,
Smog shop.
Smog Shop. But then all these cars start showing up. Hey, can you smog our car? We're like,
Nope.
we're live, so get out. I am from Cologne.
Oh, Cologne. Okay, I visited there the first time.
I need to
went
get
to-
Cologne.
You smell fine.
Thank you.
Cologne is so pretty.
You've been there?
Yes, I have.
Where is that? Is that near Berlin?
No, I don't think so.
Well, Germany's
Right.
near Berlin.
Yeah.
Someone said Android is good.
Cool.
Well, so we're gonna quit now.
Yeah, bye.
This is done. This is officially over. Do you think they will release the iPod 5? No. No more iPods. There will not be any more. Ask Siri what she is doing at WWDC. Well, can I use yours?
Yeah. I don't know if it'll work.
Have you ever seen a fan in public?
When
like
we went to Lowe's, there were a bunch of fans.
Like on the ceiling, they were just spinning. Wow, that's a reference to the vlog. Good
Yeah.
job.
I'd like to thank all of my fans.
What was the question again?
Ask Siri what she's doing at WWDC.
Well, she's not turning on, for one. Do you not have Siri there?
I don't know.
Or maybe I have to have it unlocked.
I've never used it.
It's not like turning on when I press the home button. Should have bought a Pixel. You have Siri off.
Oh.
Oh. Let's try it. Okay. What are you doing at WWDC? Come on. Oh, you're on my Wi-Fi, so it might suck. Come on. WWDC. Come on, Siri. This is why we need a refresh of Siri. Well, to be fair, it's the Wi-Fi's fault, not the...
Might be my phone's fault, actually.
I could just ask the iPad. I just realized that.
I've never used Siri on there.
Yeah, we've never turned it on. What a terrible phone. We should get you a Galaxy. What are you doing at WWDC? She said, what are you doing?
She answered your question with another question. Good job, Siri.
That was really worth the spam in the chat, by the way. You need Alexa? What would she do? Have you seen those smart speakers, those Amazon ones?
I think I've seen some commercials for it.
It's really just a show-off thing, though. It's just like, wow, you know a lot of stuff, but I'm not constantly sitting here wondering things like that.
Yeah.
What's the tallest building? It's this. Thank you. That is all. That was worth $150. What a great purchase. So just play music, or I could just press play in Apple Music. Or I could shout it out across the room and hope it understands me.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Surface laptop? It's overpriced. It's not very good. I don't know why they made it.
Is that the one with the felt? Oh.
I'm worried about sweating into it.
Yeah, that'd get so dirty.
Yeah. And they said, like, they released a response that was like, you're just supposed to take really good care of it, like a briefcase. It's like, no.
What?
We're just going to spill water on it. I don't think I'll review the Surface laptop, so don't expect that. Hey dude, you're my favorite tech YouTuber, and my question is that I have an iPhone 6, and I was going to switch to a 7 next year, and I want to know when the 8 comes out. Should I switch to the 8 or the 7? Well, if you can afford it, the 8 will be great, but it's going to take a while before it comes out. And it might be in low supply, so that's the next problem you might have with the 8, but 7S is going to be great, and I'm sure that's going to be very accessible to people because everyone's going to want the 8, which means demand for the 7S phones, that's going to be real low. Like, there will be plenty. You'll be able to buy them on launch day, and probably they won't even run out. But it's a good idea to wait even further, which, by the way, is in September, because then the current iPhone 7s, they'll still be for sale, but they'll be a lot cheaper. Probably $100 to $200 cheaper than they are right now. So definitely wait. There's not, I think, a single Apple product I think people should buy right now. Like, everything is close to a refresh, so everyone just save.
Just be patient.
Just save your money. Buy things when they're new.
Are you getting the 8?
Yeah.
You should get both.
I've thought about it. It really kind of depends on
Price?
What the income is of the channel before that. If we get enough super chat, I'll review both, but I don't know if that'll happen. Andrew Erickson, you highlighted my name. How do we know they will update the MacBook Pros when they just did a few months ago? Rumors. How do we know anything? How do we know anything from all these news? How do we know that the iPhone 8 is what we think it is? I mean, there's plenty of evidence, but we still won't officially know until the keynote. But usually all these leaks and rumors and evidence we get are pretty close to the actual thing once it comes out. Goth Kazoo again, thank you, says, which Mac laptop would you recommend? MacBook? I don't know. I like his... He like doesn't care what's going on. He's like, I don't know. of course, you're going to hear this a lot in the tech world. It depends. But for creators, for people who need a lot of processing power, a professional might find use of the MacBook Pro. It's funny how that works. But it's not my favorite design. Like, it is a powerful laptop, and that's why I bought it, so it could edit things well. But it's not my favorite MacBook they have out. I really liked the 12-inch MacBook back when I tested that. Really,
why do you like it better? Just more compact and...
It's the lightest thing ever, and it's like, it almost feels lighter than an iPad, but then it opens up.
Yeah.
An iPad doesn't open up; it just sits there.
Yeah.
But you have, I mean, it sucks that there's just one port. I wish they had one more port. There's one USB-C port and a headphone jack on the other side. Why is there a headphone jack? I have no idea. But I like the design of it. I love that I could actually use that laptop while holding it in one hand.
Yeah.
And it wasn't strenuous. I didn't get sore or anything. I could just sit there and use it like that. The trackpad is nice and big. It would be great if it had a touch bar so I could log in, or a fingerprint reader so I could log in quicker. But just as a basic laptop that you like, maybe edit lightly on it. You don't edit massive amounts of content, but just a couple things. Just for watching videos, managing daily life, listening to music, that was a great laptop. That was awesome. And I wish...
Does the size bother you at all? That it's a smaller screen size? Like...
I'm fine with that. Like, it was totally fine to have just a 12-inch display. It's like, I would just use my iPad Pro if I wanted a bigger display. So that was fine. Like, I personally only got that MacBook Pro 15-inch because of the specs. I didn't buy it because I wanted a bigger screen. I didn't want a bigger screen. Bunny, again, this is my first time answering. Predictions for WWDC, please answer. Okay, this would be a good chance to recap. So, Siri, getting a massive refresh. Hopefully, that's my prediction. She's going to be smart like the Google Assistant. She'll be as smart as Alexa, or if not better, hopefully better, but we can only hope that she'll be on par, just so she won't be like behind the times with all the other digital assistants.
She's lagging.
She's definitely behind. Which, partnered with that Siri refresh, will be the standalone Apple speaker, a smart speaker that is powered by Siri, and that's going to have a touch panel on it somewhere with controls.
Fancy.
Running a certain form of iOS, like a very minor form of it for some reason. Then, of course, we're going to get all of our operating systems. iOS 11, macOS something, watchOS 4, and...
tvOS?
Yes, you're right. tvOS, which will be getting picture-in-picture. And I've done a whole video about my wish list for all four of those operating systems. And then I think the one more thing we'll get, because they used to do that at Keynotes, they'd be like, now this is all great, but we saved one more thing, and everyone goes, yeah! But they haven't done that in so many years, so I hope they do it again. They'll show the new iPad Pros. One's going to look just like this. It'll just be a little bit faster, and it'll have a better camera. And then we'll get the 10.5-inch iPad Pro, which has a home button, which is fine, I guess. It's better than removing it and not replacing it, which was something I was worried about. The thinner bezels and faster and camera. And like I said, I want one more thing.
Yeah.
I just need one.
The cherry on top.
Yes, I need the cherry on top, and then I'm like, okay, that's worth the buy. And it doesn't have to be much, like I said, even if it's just a different color.
Yeah.
Or an Apple Pencil that comes in black. I'd be like, okay, now it's worth it.
Yeah.
Got it. Yes, she's my girlfriend. We're going to keep just... We need a little ticker on the screen that goes across. Yes, she is my girlfriend. Anyway. Do you miss illuminated Apple logo on newer MacBooks? So you have an older MacBook, and
I do.
You have the logo that glows.
I
don't have that.
Yeah.
Do you
You're
prefer
lame.
that? Does it?
I mean, it's really... You don't even see it when you're using your
Exactly.
MacBook. It's more for aesthetics.
You don't, like, light up your room with it?
Yes.
Like a
When I'm
flashlight?
watching Netflix at
You
night.
just hold your MacBook. You don't use the display as the light. Use the logo on the back and look around.
Yeah.
But no, I think it matches the iPhone and iPad better when it's a mirror finish.
Yeah.
To me, that's cool.
I do like yours. It's also
Thank you.
aesthetically pleasing.
Yes, I like it too. I do prefer that, but it's just because it's on the newer ones.
Mm-hmm.
I would find it counterintuitive if they went back
Mm-hmm.
and changed it. Save 400 says, I approve this relationship.
We approve of your comments.
Thank you. I was so worried about what Save 400 thought of us. Now that he said that.
Yes, we have his blessing.
Thank God.
Let's go elope.
Okay. Yes. KSTV says, iMac Mac Pro will be refreshed? Yes. The Mac Pro refresh is coming next year, so still a long ways away. And then there's supposed to be a new iMac at the end of this year.
Cool.
But I'm not too excited because I got a MacBook and that's great. But so I wouldn't anticipate buying it and reviewing it just because it's like, look, it's a Mac that can't move.
Maybe Ross will.
There you go.
If he's bored of his 5K.
If he's not in the Air Force yet. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Because it'll be a ways away. Yeah, that's actually his deployment time. So 6 months or so. I'm just saying, a couple of people are saying kiss her. What what super chat would you put on that?
0.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Siri needs an upgrade. Brazilian.
No. My dad
The
is
Pixel.
not Brazilian.
The Pixel will never die. That's not true. Throw it in lava. It's super dead. If you drop it too hard.
Yeah.
Dead. I'm drinking Gatorade, and if someone donates $50 in Super Chat, because I don't want this on my head, someone donates $50 in Super Chat, I'll dunk it on my head.
That's not fair, though. There's only like
we got the rest
half
of the
an inch.
bottle.
Ah.
We'd
only make
fill it
you
up.
more of a ginger.
We would fill up the cup.
Oh gosh. Would
And
you
it would
do this
make me
inside?
more of a ginger.
You're gonna get a red stain on the floor.
I would get a box or something.
And stand in the box and try
No,
to
just
stay
put my head over it so that it's pour like that. The Pixel C tablet will never die. Did you know that the Pixel team made a tablet?
I did not know.
It's
Tell me about it.
Terrible. It's super old and they're not upgrading it, and it's I guess it's not terrible.
Wait, is it older than the Pixel itself?
Yeah, it's like it's coming up on 3 years old and they still haven't upgraded it. It's just, it has a USB-C port, which is great, but it's a real small tablet, and the specs aren't that great on it, and they're only getting more and more outdated. But yeah, can someone translate? Oh, do you want to try to take a guess at what this next super chat was in American dollars?
DKK 20. Maybe like $2. I don't know.
Well, you can tell kind of because of the color of the chat, because
really?
it changes depending on how much they donate.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But if someone wants to translate that, that's like $2.50. Thank you, appreciate it.
I was $50 off.
Yeah,
I'm good at
good.
this.
What do you want to see added in WatchOS 4? So I have talked about this in a video, but hopefully you'll be able to get it too.
Which one?
WatchOS 4, because currently all the Apple Watches in existence can run all the newest
OS.
Yeah,
Upgrade?
all the newest WatchOSs, which is nice. But I'm worried that we're going to get to a point where they're going to have to discontinue yours, which is the
that'll make
first
me
gen.
sad.
Yeah, I'm not excited for that. But what I'd like to see is more watch faces. Obviously, we do that with every upgrade. Light mode, something I talked about, because like all the
opposite.
Exactly. All the settings and menus in WatchOS is dark because it's an OLED display and they're trying to save battery. But I don't know, maybe it's just me, but every time I finish the day and I put my watch on the charger, it's at like 70%.
Really?
It does a really good job at conserving battery.
Good.
And so I said, well, if we have all this extra battery life, what if we had a mode where you could actually have like a blurred background behind your apps?
Yeah, I like that.
It would just be whatever your iPhone's wallpaper is. They would blur it and then make that your background on your home screen.
That'd be nice.
And then like in the texting app, everything's dark. What if it was bright, just like it is on your phone? And then it would match better.
He's got some good ideas.
In Control Center on the watch, we need a slide, because there used to be back with WatchOS 2, on the watch face you could swipe up, and there would be glances, and you could have like a now playing, and you could hit pause. And that was great because if I was busy working at the ranch,
Yeah.
I could pause music by flipping it up with my nose and pausing it. But now to get to now playing, I have to use that button on the side and go to the app itself.
Why do you think they changed that if it was more convenient before?
Well, because this was originally a contact button.
Oh.
And they figured out that no one was using that for anything. So they're like, let's make that button actually do something, which I think was smart. So they now changed it so that when you click this, you can multitask.
Okay.
Which I thought was better because I do use that.
Yeah.
You kind of have to, actually. But it would be great if in Control Center, when you swipe up, you had like another way to slide. You could slide through more glances. Not a bunch, just like one or two.
Yeah.
And you just have now playing, which is what we have on our phones. On
Looks
Control
like
Center.
got another super chat.
Browser 210 donated £1.
Whoa.
Thank you.
No comment. Oh, I guess
It turns out, yeah, you can't comment if it's under 2, which is dumb. They should let...
everyone comment.
I honestly would be okay with 50-cent donations, like if someone wanted to do that.
It all counts.
Just, yeah.
Did you want some more Gatorade?
Yeah, fill it up in case someone donates.
Ooh.
That'd be cool. Pixel 2 thoughts? It's going to be a crappy phone this year because all it's going to be is a phone that was good last year. That's just... I saw, not a leak, but a concept for the Pixel 2, and I thought it was exactly right. It had the 2:1 aspect ratio, just like the LG G6, so the screen's taller. So they removed bezels a little bit. Mm-hmm. They curve the corners, just like every phone that comes out now. But the specs won't be as good. It'll be a little bit waterproof, but not completely. No dual camera, and the fingerprint reader's still in the back, and it probably won't even have wireless charging.
What
I'm
are we
not
talking
excited.
about?
The Google Pixel 2.
Oh.
But I feel like I have to review it because that Pixel rant did
Got
so
something,
well.
yeah.
Like, that was such a historic video.
I think your reaction just was the funniest.
Right,
thing.
like, bad smartphones make great tech reviews.
Yeah.
So, I'll probably have to review it. Troll Gamer still says kiss. I'm waiting on your number. $10.
Why does that have to be my number? Okay, $10.
$10 to super chat. Well, because we kiss all the time, but
what?
Just kidding. We've never kissed.
Yeah. We're actually
Never
just
happened.
really good friends.
Aww.
This is completely platonic.
I've been friend zoned.
Emily.
Aw, friend zoned live.
I'm kidding.
What do you think the new iPhones are going to be called? We've got a couple options: iPhone X, iPhone 8, iPhone Edition, or just iPhone. They'll just remove the number entirely.
I think they should combine all of them together, so it's like iPhone 8X Super Edition.
iPhone 8X Pro S Plus Edge. 2017.
Yes.
By Apple. No, they'll change it from iPhone to Apple. So it'll be Apple Phone 8X S Plus Edge.
Oh my gosh. That's a mouthful.
Yes, $60 would be a dunk and a kiss.
A dunk?
So a mug.
But I really like this Gatorade.
$60, we could buy more Gatorade.
Yeah, we could take it back.
iPhone...
Sorry. That came out wrong.
iPhone Super Pro. Alex says, some people are saying that the iPhone 8 will have the fingerprint sensor on the back, but it won't be visible. It will just be an area of the glass. What's your opinion on that? I have not heard of this. So it's saying that you know how the back of the iPhone is going to be all glass?
Yeah.
They're saying that, like, basically all of it is a fingerprint reader.
What? That would be cool.
I think that's what he's saying. If it's just a space and you don't know where it is, that would suck.
Yeah.
Where's the fingerprint reader?
But
You
if it's
figure
the
it
whole
out.
phone.
But if it was the whole phone, I guess if you were to put it on the back, that would be the best way. Because if you added all 5 of your fingerprints and you just picked it up, you have to hold the back when you're holding your phone.
Yeah.
I think
comment was that?
that would be the best way to. Let me look real quick. Alex.
Did he say that was like a theory or like?
He said
that's
some
what he would
some
want?
people are saying. Which
'Cause that'd
means
be really
it
cool.
could be a theory. Sbury55 says 7S worth the extra cost or opt for the cheaper 7. Of course, we won't know until the 7S comes out, but I think the 7S will be worth it. I think it's going to be the most underrated smartphone of the year, honestly. Like,
no one talks about it.
right, because the 8 is going to come out, and obviously that's going to be the main attraction. Everyone's going to want that. But I bet, like, Apple doesn't like to make cheap compromises like, and there's this phone. This is the great one everyone wants, but have a slightly nicer iPhone 7.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would do that. I think they're going to actually add some good features to the 7, like the better waterproofing. I think it would be great if they added the glass so you could wirelessly charge it.
Yeah.
I don't know how much else that costs, but it would basically be a lot of those iPhone 8 features, but they're just like, hey, you can have bezels. Keep your bezels. It's fine. It's not going to be that big of a difference. Like a better camera, a little bit improved. And like I said, yeah, the waterproofing would be nice. If my iPhone 7 was IP68 and I could jump in the pool with it.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Would.
iPhone without a camera bump? What if they made the battery a bit bigger so that there was no camera bulge?
Yeah. Didn't you have a theory though that they make the camera bulge so that you'd have to get a case?
Yeah. I mean, that's not...
It makes sense.
It kind of does make sense that they're like, well...
I mean, they probably make a ton off accessories.
Right. It's like, it's not ugly, but it's just annoying enough so that when you buy an iPhone, it's not quite...
Flat.
Right. It's not quite going to rest flat unless you get a case, and that encourages people to get a case.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. Why don't they add a camera bulge to the iPhone 5 then? Like the SE? The special edition one that's 4-inch. So it's like, oh, they introduced iPhone 5. But then they just make the camera stick out. Not because it needs to or anything. Just. But they also started adding the camera bulge to the iPad.
Not this one though, right?
Not this one. But the 9.7-inch iPad Pro, that has a bulge. And the new ones coming out are probably going to have a camera bulge. I guess that could be a good reason to get the new iPad this year. Is this camera on this iPad's not very good. But if I had a camera, because I can't AirDrop videos from my iPhone with the hotspot on, but if I had an iPad with a good camera, this could be used for all my cutaway shots that I'm filming in my videos. Like I could. Maybe that's a good reason. Anyway, well, we're gonna wrap things up a little quick. So if there's any more super chats, now is the time. We'll probably take one more question before we go, and this better be a good one. Unless there's super chats, obviously, then we'll keep going. Geo Neo says, did you see the disappointing leaks of the 10.5-inch iPad with slightly smaller bezels in the same design? Definitely missing out on everyone upgrading. Yes, I did, and I believe we were just talking about that. It's not as exciting as we all thought it was going to be. We were expecting this, edge-to-edge display and the new home button, so they're going to build the home button into the screen, which means they have to add a Taptic engine. But, now they're just like...
Too much work.
And now the leaks are saying that it's not even the same form factor as the regular iPad.
What is it then?
It's just literally slightly taller. Which is what my biggest fear for that 10.5-inch iPad was, when there were rumors saying that they were working on a mid-ranged between normal and this 12.9-inch iPad. I was like, well, I hope you're shrinking the bezels and not just actually making it slightly taller. But now it looks like they're doing that. So I'm like, come on. Who cares?
You want this?
Too flat. Yes, thank you. We could still dunk. Unless someone does 10, then I'll kiss you. What's your justification for Apple not moving to USB-C on the iPhone? Shouldn't they? It's frustrating seeing them just money grab. I think it's because they understand no matter what they do, people are going to be upset. If you remove Lightning, everyone's going to be mad their chargers don't work. And all these Lightning accessories don't work, because you're not just removing Lightning on the iPhone, you're removing it on AirPods, the Apple TV remote, the Apple Pencil, the Lightning headphones they already started making. If they switch to that, everyone's going to be upset anyway, so they figured, why don't we just let everyone keep their chargers, because probably on the iPhone 9, they're going to remove the Lightning port entirely and just have a wireless phone.
I like that.
I would like it, but not everyone would. They'd have to really make sure that it's a good battery life. Yeah. Because you won't be able to charge your phone while using it unless you, grab the pad and put the phone on it and hold it there.
Or you had it resting on the table or something, just typing like that.
So, or maybe they'll add a wireless charging case that you can plug the Lightning port into, so you can actually use it if you have the dongle. That's a very complicated dongle to attach to your phone. It like
Yeah.
snaps on with charger and stuff. Okay. Well, guys, thank you for super chats. Thank you for your questions. There should be a tech video up today reviewing. Why don't I show them? The Satchel Pro, because we've been talking a lot about WWDC and about the iPhone 8. So let's mix it up a little bit. This is a nice bag. It's expensive though.
It is, but it's very high quality and it's made in the U.S.
Yes, this is the nutsack. By the way, that's what it's called. I can tell some of them have already can already figure that. But you know, there'll be plenty of jokes in the video. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see. Oh, the next live stream is a late night on Friday.
Yeah.
Live streams are Tuesday at around 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, and then Friday at late at night, like 11 p.m. Okay. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks for watching.
And thanks for joining us, Louise.
Bye.
Bye-bye. This is awkward.